have a segment called Good Policies, and that's with Mike Barrett from Barrett Insurance Agency and with the next heir to the throne, his fine young son, Ethan. Good morning, Mike and Ethan.
Good morning. Holler it
I
out. Good morning. All right, there you go.
I loved the selfie that you took last week here in the studio. I absolutely love it. You posted it up, and I posted up the one that you sent me. That meant a ton. Thank you.
No, thank you. That was fun. If it's not Christmas without an ugly Christmas sweater. Or in my case, Christmas formal jacket.
Yeah, jacket and the T-shirt. So.
Yeah. The
All
ensemble.
Right. We are between holidays here, and we should probably talk about something. Last week we didn't talk about insurance. We talked about other things going on.
Sure.
Let's rein it back in here, all right? We just came off the gifting season, and a lot of folks get some way cool stuff for the holidays. You know, you get your tech devices, you get your, like your tablets, you get a new phone, you got a computer, you got a smart this, a smart that, you got a gorgeous piece of jewelry. These things are expensive, they're valuable, and they need insurance coverage. Do I remember this right?
You are remembering this correctly, yeah. And you kind of hit a lot of the highlights there is that, gifting season does yield many of the items you just mentioned. So if somebody got a new computer or laptop for Christmas, do you know that on a homeowner policy, you can specifically list a computer with many companies? Not all, but there's ways for you to buy in some better protection. Think about, here you are sitting with my cup of coffee and I shake it and it spills all over my brand new laptop. It wouldn't be covered on a regular homeowner policy, what we'd call a Form 3 homeowner. Yes, you could have coverage on a Form 5 homeowner, but subject to your policy deductible, which may be $500 or $1,000 or higher. So may not help you at all there. But if you schedule it, you'd have a lower deductible, maybe $0 or $100 deductible, and maybe you could file a claim if you so desired.
Did you see me get cross-eyed when you were talking about form this and form that? So I'm going to go on the assumption scheduling may be the best route.
It's a way to buy in some better coverage, buy in some lower deductibles in many cases. What we're seeing is that with computers and some smart electronics, it's a good idea to do that because there's many types of losses that can occur for these items that wouldn't normally be covered. Some companies offer some pretty awesome enhancements, like Cooperative Insurance considers smart devices, and I'm talking iPhones and Androids and Pixels and you name it. In their mind, they call them computers. So you can put them on a computer endorsement, very inexpensive to do so, and it gives you some better coverage for these $1,000 items. Other companies have specific options, like Ohio Mutual has a great program where you can, for one price, cover all the smartphones in your family. So you're basically getting better coverage than what you'd get through the carriers, the cell phone carriers, with the option of getting a new phone, not a refurb, which is typically what they would do in those cases. So pretty nice and attractive option if you know about it and you can look into it.
Okay, so my question, and this just pops into my head because there may be a listener out there that has one or two of these. What about other smart devices like refrigerators? And I've actually seen smart toilets, but I mean, are these considered?
That's an oxymoron too, isn't it? Smart toilet.
Yeah.
When it comes to the innovation of technology and all these items having more brains, and you're right, the smart refrigerators. I had to go out and buy a new washer and dryer set. I would consider them smart because my phone has an app that connects to it. I can download different end ringtones for when it's done. I mean, there's some level of intelligence with these devices. So yes, there's more that can occur, more that can become problematic, especially with power surges and things of that nature. So that's where we recommend often, if the company that you're with offers what we call a Form 5 homeowner, that's really a better way to go because a Form 3 homeowner gives you 16 specific perils of loss for personal property. And the Form 5 says, hey, if we don't exclude it, it's covered. So you're getting better coverage on your personal property. In many cases, a washer and dryer, refrigerator really could fall into the personal property category. It can sometimes fall into the dwelling category, but not often.
Well, you have at times in our chats when we talk about scheduling, you have mentioned, well, for example, you talk about your wedding ring. I saw a cool gift idea on social media just before Christmas where a father gifted his children necklaces that had pendants with Dad's ashes in them. I mean, all of these
are
things.
priceless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have a value, right?
They do, and they're priceless in many regards. But if you have an appraisal on them and you find that there's a specific value, it's very inexpensive to schedule jewelry. Very well worth doing. I told you many times about mine. I have a little diamond chip in my titanium wedding band. If that diamond chip fell out, it would be covered, subject to no deductible, regardless. Whereas without scheduling it, just the item falling out would be considered mysterious disappearance and wouldn't be a covered peril. So you're buying some much better options. And then a seismic change here, Jeff. Let's go from jewelry to a very common hot item right now, and that's e-bikes. E-bikes are big. Many people have them. Do you have proper coverage on your e-bike? There's e-bikes that you can buy from Temu and from Amazon, and there's also high-end e-bikes that are thousands of dollars, just like the mountain bikes that get ridden at Kingdom Trails that are tens of thousands of dollars. For the e-bikes, Progressive has a great program where you can specifically insure your e-bike, and it gives you really incredible protection, almost equivalent to an auto policy or a motorcycle policy. So highly recommend you look into that. For a regular mountain bike that's high in value, specifically list that because, wow, say you've got your $10,000 mountain bike in the back of your car or on the rack on the back of your car or the back of your truck, and it gets stolen. I mean, think about, what you could lose for value. And think about the many types of damages that can occur on a trail while you're riding it that wouldn't be covered. So there are ways for you to protect yourself.
I remember when an expensive mountain bike was the one that I got from Village Sports Shop back when they did bikes, and that was $1,200.
Yeah, that was my last mountain bike came from Village Sports Shop, and it was probably around that same price. And I thought I was living high, and then I realized, nope, that's actually the low end price right now, considering what's available for technology and everything for mountain bikes. It's pretty incredible.
So a quick little wrap up or a synopsis of this here. If you were gifted anything for the holidays that is of value, or if you have something that is of value that isn't covered, call and talk to your agent.
Yeah, and remember, insurance is not a set it and forget it. So if you have a renter's policy or a regular homeowner policy, remember that when you acquire new personal property, maybe you need to reevaluate whether you have enough coverage. Something to think about there. This kid's dying to say something.
I was going to say the heir to the throne has something to say. Ethan, what's up?
Just a question. Like, if you got a car for Christmas or something, would you have coverage for that?
You'd have to specifically put it on an auto policy. Now, who are you thinking you are asking if people got cars for Christmas? You watch too many TV commercials for automakers. But yeah, if you get a car for Christmas, yeah, you're going to have if you have an auto policy, you're all set. If you don't, you need to get one. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, remember now, this is from a fella whose heart is so big that he went to the bank and took out $100 to donate to the food shelves. You got a smart fella right there.
I do, but he's also an expensive one. He just hit me.
How can they reach out to you?
Sure. You can find our office, Barrett Insurance Agency, right on Portland Street in St. Johnsbury. Online, thebarrettagency.com. Google, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Just look for Barrett Insurance. Our office line is 748-5224. We're open till 3 today, closed tomorrow. Open again Thursday and Friday. And I want to wish everybody the happiest of New Year's. It's exciting. I was talking to Ethan on the way here. It's hard to believe today's the last day of 2024. So you got one thing you want to say Happy New Year real quick?
Yeah. Happy New Year, guys.
Break a resolution.
Looking for another year with you guys here with good policies. And a Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you.
All right. We're on our way to our Hometown Minute, brought to you by Beans Homes, with music coming up from Tom McDonald.